3.1 Rules of Conduct, 3.1.1 Standard of Conduct. The Glendale Police Department is committed to providing law enforcement services that are fair, effective, and impartially applied. I'm going to stop there for a quick second. There was an allegation that a Glendale police officer, and I know I've stated this before in other videos, but I'm going to bring this up for a reason, that a Glendale police officer made some racist comments stating that Armenians are parasites and that they steal credit cards to use information for illegal reasons. Now, if true, and if this officer is not fired, which I don't see how he couldn't get fired, how can the Glendale Police Department guarantee the people that he is going to be fair, effective, and impartial when he's already showed, in my opinion, that he feels that all Armenians are pretty much criminals? How do we not know that he's probably been doing this all his life and just been giving them tickets just because they were Armenian or looked Armenian? Who knows? That's one question I have for this first sentence. Okay, let's move on. In so doing, employees are held to the highest standards of official conduct and are expected to respect, here's the kicker, the rights of all citizens. Now let me make another comment here. I got another video. I recorded 3 or 4 young men that were detained. From what the guy said, he stated that they were detained for 3.5 to 4 hours, and that the officers never asked for their consent to search the car. And he also stated that the driver actually told them that they could not search the car, and in return, he stated that the officers made a statement, something to the effect that, well, they're going to search anyway. Now, if true, I guess that would make that a warrantless search and seizure. Okay. Now, I can give you another scenario or another case where I know for a fact that it is true, where I was recording a public official in a public place, and I was put in jail, and I was charged with a felony. You know, and the reason why I believe I was put in jail was because, not because it was a crime of what I was doing. I believe they knew what they were doing. They were just upset. I believe that this officer was just upset that I was recording him, and second of all, I was there to make a complaint. And so I think he just didn't want me to make that complaint. He tried to intimidate me and put me in jail and charged me with this felony for recording in a public place. Now, is that respecting the rights of all citizens? The intent is to acquaint all personnel with the policies of the Glendale Police Department regarding employee conduct. The objective is to ensure that each and every employee maintains a sense of ethics and integrity. Now, let's go back to the beginning again. For that allegation of that officer, okay, of a supposed Glendale police officer making racist comments against Armenians, okay, How can they say if he stays on the force that he's going to maintain a sense of ethics and integrity if he's already lost that? If true. Okay. Or other officers where they have done things that they shouldn't have done, and it's a clear violation of their ethics and integrity. Okay. General duties, department objectives. Okay. Um, Now let's go to this one down here better. Violations of rules. Employees of the department shall not commit, shall, not may, but shall, not commit any acts or omissions which constitute a violation of any rule, regulation, directive, policy, or order of the department, whether stated in the Police Manual Rules of Conduct, Civil Service Rules, Administrative Policy Manual, or elsewhere. Conformance to laws. All employees shall obey, shall, not may, obey all laws of the United States and of any state and or local jurisdiction, and shall obey all administrative regulations enacted pursuant to local, state, or federal law. Interesting. What do you guys think? Now, I have to say this because I don't want people thinking that I'm lumping every officer together with these bad apples, because there's a lot of officers that are putting their life on the line, actually going after murderers and rapists and people that are stealing other people's property. You know what? To them, I say congratulations and a thank you very much for doing your job and for having the courage to make, in my opinion, a third of what you should be making. They should be getting, those officers should really be getting paid, a lot more than what they are barely getting. But there are some bad apples out there, think that, they obviously think that they are above the law, and, well, in my opinion, I don't see why they shouldn't think that. When we have the chief of police in Glendale sending me a letter stating that the officers that I filed complaints on, and they should be investigated, didn't break any policies or rules or any laws, which I have proof that they did. So thank you, Mr. Chief of Police, Randy G. Adams, because now I'm just going to throw you in there with those bad apples for trying to cover them. And, when you shouldn't be, you should be doing your job, in my opinion. And that is, if somebody does something wrong and does not respect the rights of all citizens, should be dealt with properly. But that's just my opinion. I want to make another video. Some more things that I found here that I believe are just a joke. Public relations scam.